Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to this Facebook Live. And if you're watching a replay, then it is no longer live, is it? Hey, what's up? So, got everything in order. Today we're going to walk you through the step-by-step process that we use to create our ad campaigns for instant home valuations and bring those leads into Facebook Messenger instead of just sending them to a website and trying to capture their information. So we're going to show you how we collect that information inside of Facebook Messenger, and then we're going to show you how we set it all up. But I think one of the important things that often gets overlooked when creating this, creating ads and getting all that going is the actual strategy behind it. So the first thing we're going to do is dive into the strategy of setting up the home valuation ads and where they fit into our marketing puzzle and how that all works. Now, if you have ever seen anything related to the video ad grid in which we use to deploy video ads on Facebook, this is it. I will put a link to the video ad training that I did a little while back in the comments. But we're going to be going over the stuff over on this side here. Oops, let's see here. So we're going to be looking at these seller ones on the side here, and we're going to be talking. And then we're going to be bringing, how can we bring in the Messenger home valuations right here into Facebook Messenger? So if you're using video ad campaigns, which I suggest you do, it gives you two things. One, it helps you create an audience, right? So you can get an audience of people that watch your videos. And two, it captures the engagement as people are scrolling that 300 feet a day that they do in their Facebook newsfeed. So, one, you get that intention, and then two, you get that audience, right? So, you get attention and audience, and there's three video ideas here targeting homeowners that work pretty good. So if you've got a seller case story, so a house that sold in 24 hours or a house that sold in a weekend at 5% over asking price, and you've got a 30-second to a 1-minute clip of a video that you can make, that you can pull together and make happen, those will work really well for this type of ad. Another video would be a local market update with a month over month, nothing pushy, something simple. Again, the goal obviously is to get people to go into Facebook Messenger, and we're going to show you two ways in this training that we'll be able to use in this ad specifically to get people into the Facebook Messenger. And then the other one is, another video idea is 5 tips to help ensure your home will sell quickly, and maybe we mix in some real sellers in there too. If you're looking for video ideas, these are 3 good ones right here. But let's go in and I want to talk. We're going to go through our other document that we use when we're building Messenger ad campaigns, and we're going to start with we're going to start building this. So we're going to start planning this out, mapping it out, and We'll get the planning done, then we'll go into ManyChat, and then we'll go into Facebook ads, and we're going to go step by step as we go through this. So our first thing is we're going to choose this channel. We're going to select Facebook Messenger. Now, we're going to set 2 goals here. So we're going to set our first goal is to so we want to get an address first, right? Because there's a few things that we can do with that. So if we set the first goal of getting the homeowner's home address into this, we'll know we've got an immediate connection with them on Facebook Messenger. 2, we can do follow-up and things based on that with direct mail as well as, of course, the old school door knocking. And then 2, our next goal is to get an email. And then 3, we want to move them down to the get a phone number. And the way we've designed these messenger campaigns, these go hand in hand. The emails and the phone numbers go hand in hand. And so when we do that in the conversation, and I'll show you how that looks here in a little bit. The next step in building our campaign is to look at and understanding the context, what brought them here. So if we've got a video ad that has has a seller sold in 24 hours. All right, so let's go on this premise. When we create this, we're going to have a video ad that has a seller that sold in 24 hours, and we've got their case story, and we're ready to rock and roll. So when we build our Facebook Messenger ads, 2 things are going to happen. One, you're going to have the ad copy that scrolls in the news feed with that video, and then you're going to have the conversation starter that happens inside of Facebook Messenger. So you may have seen it before. You may have seen it before. You may have not. But if you haven't, let's see here. It looks something like. Pull this up here. Real quick here. So it looks something like this. If you haven't seen this before, when they open up the Facebook ad, you've got your ad copy, and then you've got all this that opens up inside of Facebook Messenger. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to work on the conversation piece that happens inside of Facebook Messenger. So when we talk about mapping our conversation, that's what we're going to be doing. So let's say we're going to deliver them a home value, right? So let's say we'll do get my value. So we've got our text, our actions, and our response that we like to map out when we're building these campaigns. So our text will be something along the lines of that related to that seller in the market in the area, right? So the market is hot. Find out what your home will sell for today. So something simple like the market is hot, find out what your home will sell for today, and then get my value. So we're limited on the amount of text that we can put into the initial response, and that's okay, because the next step is going to be the next step will start the home value flow. So we're going to write start home value flow. All right, now if you're using the messenger bot that we've created at Combos inside of ManyChat, there are 3 conversation flows that work really well for sellers. 1 is the instant home value, 2 is the name your price, and 3 is the can you afford to move? That does a home equity calculation in that. So with that being said, we're gonna just go with the instant home value to keep this simple. And let's see if we pop over here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop into here, and I'm gonna show you, we're gonna dive into this right with we're going to show you right here, right inside ManyChat, how we're going to set this up. We're going to do two things. One, we're going to use a reference URL, and two, we're going to use the JSON growth tool. So let's go in here. We've got some of this stuff already created. I'm going to show you the home value add we've already got created. So this is our home value add that we've kind of created as far as the JSON setup goes. So to set up this ad, we're going to want both of these. We're going to want the JSON ad, and then we're going to want the reference tool. So I'm going to open up another tab too. So let me go ahead and we'll create a new growth tool. We're going to name it value add ref, and then we're going to use the messenger ref URL. And we're going to go in here and we're going to replace it with that same home value add, right? So that way we've got the same conversation starter happening both ways. So what happens is in both of these we have our image and we have our ad copy that will go through, and then we will go ahead and get my value. So and then on that get my value, it shows up. It'll start the home value flow. So ad copy simple. Your neighbor's home sold in 3 days for over 5% asking price. But since we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to say market is hot. Find out what your home could sell. Let's say find out what market is hot. Find out what buyers would pay for your home today, and then get my value, and then it opens up our home value flow, and then we'll open up this flow and I'll walk you through that real quick as to how that all functions. So we've got our checks to see if people already have a value, and then we're going to go ahead and say think of selling, or even if you're just curious, I can help you find out what buyers might pay, at which point we'll get our goal of 1, which is that get address, and then moving further down the conversation after we've delivered that value, hopefully we can get them to open and request a CMA, at which point we'll capture their names and emails. So let's go back to our growth tools here. And so we've got our reference value add, which opens up that conversation starter. The market is hot. Find out what buyers. So when people will do is we'll get this URL, and it'll open up inside of Facebook Messenger, and it'll start that conversation. So we're going to copy this to our, and then we're going to go to bit.ly. So we're going to make a short link of this to be used inside of our ad copy, and then our call to action will be send messages. So let's go ahead and create that, and then we'll leave that for later. All right, so we've got our JSON ad tool created that goes to the home value, and we also will use that same conversation in the reference URL. The next thing to do is to set up our Facebook ads. Now, optionally, we can we've got two objectives that we can use to get people to send messages and open everything up inside of Facebook Messenger. Traffic or messages. Facebook would like you to use the messages because they're really starting to optimize for people to actually have conversations with you and not just clicks. So we'll go ahead and do home value messages, and we'll continue here. And let's go ahead and name the ad set home value, and then I'm going to do this for, we're going to do this in a zip code that I know, which is 44224. Now, go ahead and set the zip code, and we're going to use actually two zip codes. So with the Facebook ads, you can actually target specific zip codes, and it'll only show in those zip codes. And then we're going to go, and I like to keep these types of things pretty broad because you're using video views, so you're going to be able to build that audience, and you're going to be able to see that people are engaging with you. So let's go ahead and say 29 and over. Now, since you'll notice that homeowners is being removed, it's not going to actually be anything that we can continue to use. So if you're watching this after it's been removed, well, you know that it's removed. But Facebook has given you some other suggestions inside of that, so let's go ahead and hit some interest and replace that. Now, we've got a fairly broad audience that is expected to reach 28 to 557 so far a day of people that are interested in Zillow, house hunting, or Trulia. Now, we're going to go through here. We're going to edit some placements. And since we're doing messages inside of Facebook Messenger, I want to make this super simple, stick with just the feeds. And then we can also have that inside of Facebook Messenger inbox. Now, the cool thing about having video ads inside of Facebook Messenger inbox is those videos are auto playing with sound on. So that gives us, a good opportunity to reach those people. We'll keep this at $5 a day, fairly low cost, and we could still have an estimated reach of 200 to 500 people in a specific zip code, which, I think we're doing okay. So let's hop on here to the next step. And let's say, go ahead and we'll select the right page that our bot is connected to. And I'm just going to use a video that we've got here. Which is just a sample dummy video, and we'll see what this looks like. You can kind of preview where your thing's going to be inside of Facebook Messenger, and you'll see that it auto rolls in Facebook Messenger, which is great. So if you are using one with video with talking, where somebody's actually talking, and you've got I definitely make sure you get your captions set up in here, since we don't have that. All right, so let's go ahead. We've got that saved. Now let's go to that text, and this is where we're going to use that bit.ly link, because people still like to click on links, and there's a good opportunity there to get something that might not happen Oops, let's go ahead and copy this. And so we're going to use this here. And when it comes to this text, if you're using a video, something that resonates with that video would definitely be beneficial. If we've got our video and we're doing a local market update video, that in itself will have good context around the value. So let's go ahead and say this. Let's see. And this stow update. Home sold in June. I am completely making this up. So we've got stock market real estate update, home sold in June. We'll just do find your so we've got store real estate market, home sold in June, 85, average sales price 298. Find out what home buyers will pay for your home, and then we put our short link right here. And then we can go into some more long-form copy, but ultimately, keeping it short, keeping it sweet would work for us. So there we go. We've got to get an instant home value report, send message, and then we've got our base ad set up, which is good. It's a good start for us. Now we need to set up this messages thing, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a custom template. So we're down here, messenger setup. Let's create a custom template, and let's see here. Now, ManyChat gave us this. Let's go back to the growth tools, and we'll go home value add. ManyChat gave us this JSON code. You've got two options. One, you can copy all this to the clipboard and then go in here, delete all this, and then do that. So that's option one. But it really kind of leaves it so you can't, kind of edit and make any changes to that landing page inside of here. So let's go back to visual. I'm going to take the payload that is right here on our button, and I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to go to back to this visual builder, and then we'll do because this allows you to do personalization, right? So we've got a text greeting, and then we'll do a quick image. Let's grab an image here real quick. All right, so this will allow us to add the personalization that we want and move into there. Hey, Nick. So So we're right. Homes are selling like hotcakes in Stowe. Curious what buyers will pay for yours. Oh man, see, this is what happens when you do this, right? It's slow. So if you've got the chance, just write all this stuff out separately and then move it in so it's not as slow. All right. So we'll go home value. And then, so we've got our base set up here. Hey Nick, homes are selling like hotcakes in Stowe. Curious what your buyers will pay for yours. Instant home valuation. And then we're going to go ahead and what we'll do, we're going to come down here to customer actions. We're going to go to buttons. And then this is where we've got a button. We're going to add a button here. I got to switch this to post back first. All right, so we got to set to post back. And then we're going to take that payload data and we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it. And then that is it. So this is what it looks like when they click from the ad to your Messenger screen. And then this is what it looks like if they don't do any further action and it's still inside of their Facebook Messenger inbox. So since we've got that, say, go ahead and say get an instant home value, because you'll see that this headline on the image title is what shows up as the unread text last message sent inside of your Facebook Messenger home screen. So we've got all that set up. Now all we got to do is we'll go ahead and we can preview this in Messenger. And so if I open up Facebook Messenger, we will see that all came in. Hi Nick, homes are selling like hotcakes in Stowe. Curious what buyers will pay for yours. Get my value. And then what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and start that home valuation flow, and which it shows that I've already done this. So then they're going to be moved through the flow. And you've got that opportunity on that back end, right, to then go and connect with people. Go to the back end here, we can connect with them, and you can see we've got get my value and all those data points that we've collected so far. And that, in a nutshell, is how we're setting up our Facebook ads. Now there's a few other options when it comes to running through your campaigns. We've got the instant home value, but some other ones are the equity calculator. So the equity calculator runs on the similar on the premise where, hey, do you have enough money to make that move that you want to make, right? And then the name your price, which is a great one, is essentially, hey, we've got buyers. If you're even half serious if you're even half thinking about selling, give us a price and we will see if we've got a match for you, which gives us an opportunity to quickly actually get their name and email after we get their address. So since we're on that premise of we're adding it to our database and we want to find them a match, should the price be right, this is actually when we're going to get them and ask them for their emails and be able to ask them for those other things. So that, in a nutshell, is how we would work and set up the Facebook ads to Messenger. Feel free to leave any questions, comments below. And be sure to tune in to the next one where we will talk more about the home equity calculator and how to reach sellers regarding that. So, hey, thanks for tuning in today. It's been fun. I'm Nick with Convos. Talk to you soon.